Hello everybody, welcome to the YouTube channel SAIEDUPHARMAA. Today we are with the topic desk rejection of manuscript. It means when we submit any manuscript for publication in online mode, we see that sometimes within 2 or 3 days we get rejection, and there is just written that because of a load of papers or because the manuscript don't fall under the aims and scope of the journal, so the paper is rejected. But what is actual reason for rejection of the manuscript, that we will be discussing today. So why editor rejects the manuscript? There are three broader areas due to which the paper is rejected. First is poor language, second is manuscript presentation, and third are ethical issues. So now we will discuss them one by one. First is poor language. It has been found that when we read the manuscript, then it has various type of typing errors, grammatical errors. So these can be edited or these can be corrected by using softwares. And what do these softwares do? They flag possible grammar mistakes, they find repetitive words and phrases, then they notice picky details like spacing, then highlighting basic style issues and checking spellings. So basically, because of artificial intelligence, these softwares not only do just corrections in spellings, but they also help us in editing our manuscript. So these are names of some of the best proofreading tools and editing softwares. So you can see the name of softwares: Grammarly, Pro Writing Aid, Hemingway app, Ginger Software, White Smoke Software, Paper Reader, Language Tool, SlickWrite. So these are some of the softwares which are easily available, and you can use any one of them. Generally, people use Grammarly, Ginger or White Smoke software. Now we will see what are the problems or what are the main areas of manuscript presentation. So as in previous video we had discussed that before starting or before thinking of submitting your manuscript to any journal, first of all you have to select the journal and you have to download the author guidelines as per the journal you have selected. Then you format your manuscript accordingly. You should take care that the length of your manuscript is as per the author guidelines and it is arranged also accordingly. Then one more important area is that all the citations in the manuscript are included in the reference list, and similarly the references that you have quoted in your bibliography or in the list should be properly cited in the manuscript. Then another important area is that you have to carefully observe the referencing style of the journal and accordingly you can correct your manuscript. Now these are some of the reference management softwares which are easily available. So you can see the logos: Mendeley, EndNotes, Zotero, EasyBib and Read Cube Papers. These are some of the softwares which are available. Generally universities they use Mendeley or EndNote. So you can have these. Some of the softwares are easily available which are free also, but some of them are paid versions. So according to your requirement, you can select the reference management softwares. Now comes ethical issues, which is very important criteria which while checking the manuscript it is observed, especially by the editors. First is ethical standards, second is plagiarism, then authentication, then animal and human ethical clearance. So before submitting your manuscript, you will have to take care all these four areas. Ethical standards we have already discussed in our previous lectures, previous presentations, that all types of ethics related to publication should be followed. Okay. So next comes plagiarism. Plagiarism means copying. There are 4 types of plagiarism: direct plagiarism, self-plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism, and accidental plagiarism. So you have to stop plagiarism. You don't have to copy the content of any other journal or any other manuscript or paper. And if you are taking content or lines from any other paper, you have to change the language and you have to properly cite the reference from which you have quoted the content or you have taken the content. So these are some of the plagiarism detection software tools: Turnitin, Scribber, Viper, then Paperator, Write Check, then Plagiarism Detector, Plagiarism Software, Dupli Checker, Plagium, and Plag Tracker. Generally, we use Turnitin. Turnitin Institute level also we have. Similarly, student version is also available, which is very cheap. You can purchase them and use. Next comes authentication. When you are using any plant, then you should get the plant identified as well as authenticated. Okay, generally the botanists, they do the authentication. You can send your sample to Botanical Survey of India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, and these are some of the rates that I have taken from their website. For NGOs and commercial organizations for identification, they take rupees 100 per sheet. Then from scientists, research scholars and students, they take rupees 50. And for authentication, they take rupees 500 per sample. So you have to dry your sample, you have to make a herbarium and then send to them for authentication. Here you have to take care that you receive authentication letter, authentication number, and that authentication number should be included in your articles as well as your thesis if you are doing any research work. Now, if you are performing any type of animal or human studies, then before performing, you have to take clearance from their ethical committees. So, for animal studies, there is CPCSCA guidelines. What is full form of CPCSCA? Committee for the Purpose of Control and Supervision of Experiments on Animals. Their website is www.cpcsc.nic.in. You can visit the website, and according to the guidelines, institutions have Institutional Animal Ethics Committee, and these committee will decide by observing your protocol that this study could be done or not. Especially they take care that the animals are handled properly. Then in each group you should not have more than 6 animals, and there are various guidelines given which you can go and visit in the website. So you have to get clearance before starting your animal studies. Next comes human ethical clearance. You can see that ICMR has given national ethical guidelines for biomedical and health research involving human participants. And especially in this, you have to make a consent form. You have to take permission from Human Ethics Committee. And after taking permission only, after taking consent from the volunteers only, you can perform the studies related to human. So you can watch our playlist on publication tips on our channel SAIEDUPHARMAA. Already we have uploaded various videos in this playlist related to review article, research article, components in preparation of various type of projects. Okay. So thanks. Stay connected with us.